Imagine a world without pepper. Your food lacks its familiar kick. Now, imagine a world brimming with cloves, nutmeg, and mace. These tantalizing spices, once worth their weight in gold, held the key to flavor and fortune. For centuries, these precious commodities journeyed from the mysterious Spice Islands to Europe. This aromatic trade ignited the ambitions of many, particularly the Dutch. The Dutch, skilled seafarers and shrewd businessmen, were captivated by the allure of the East. The promise of untold riches spurred them on a journey across the globe. They were not alone in their quest. Portugal had already established a foothold in the East Indies, yet the Dutch were about to embark on a voyage that would forever alter the destiny of Indonesia. In the bustling port city of Amsterdam, a new power was rising. The year was 1602, and the Dutch East India Company, or VOC, was born. This was no ordinary trading enterprise. It was a powerful force, granted a monopoly over Dutch trade in Asia. The VOC's mission was clear: secure a dominant position in the lucrative spice trade. Driven by profit and empowered by the state, the VOC set sail, ready to confront any challenge. In 1595, a fleet of 4 ships, led by the intrepid explorer Cornelis de Houtman, embarked on a perilous journey. Their destination, the fabled Spice Islands. The voyage was fraught with danger. Storms battered their ships, disease plagued their crew, and navigational challenges tested their resolve. After a grueling journey, de Houtman and his crew reached the shores of Banten in western Java. They were met with a mixture of curiosity and suspicion. The local ruler, Sultan Banten, allowed them to trade, but at a hefty price. De Houtman's expedition, while commercially successful, was marred by conflicts with the local population. This initial encounter, marked by both opportunity and tension, foreshadowed the complex relationship that would develop between the Dutch and the Indonesians. Section 4. From Merchants to Masters, the Grip of Colonization. The early years of Dutch presence in Indonesia were primarily focused on trade. The VOC, eager to maximize profits, established trading posts and forged alliances with local rulers. However, the allure of control, fueled by the immense wealth of the spice trade, gradually transformed the Dutch from merchants to masters. The VOC, leveraging its military might and exploiting local rivalries, began to assert its dominance. They interfered in local politics, instigated conflicts, and gradually chipped away at the autonomy of Indonesian kingdoms. The once independent sultanates found themselves increasingly entangled in the web of Dutch control. By the 18th century, the VOC had established itself as the dominant power in the archipelago, ushering in an era of colonial rule that would last for centuries. Section 5. A society transformed, the impact of Dutch presence. The arrival of the Dutch brought about profound changes to Indonesian society. The once vibrant spice trade, controlled by local merchants, fell under the tight grip of the VOC. The Dutch implemented a system of forced cultivation, compelling farmers to grow cash crops like coffee, sugar, and indigo, often at the expense of their own sustenance. This exploitation led to widespread poverty and famine in some regions. The Dutch also imposed their language, culture, and religion, seeking to assimilate the Indonesian population. Traditional power structures were disrupted, replaced by a colonial administration that favored Dutch interests. The social fabric of Indonesian society was irrevocably altered, leaving an indelible mark on the nation's identity. Section 6. Echoes of the Past, the Legacy of Dutch Colonization. The legacy of Dutch colonization in Indonesia is complex and multifaceted. The Dutch presence left an indelible mark on the country's infrastructure, language, and culture. Many of Indonesia's major cities, its legal system, and even its national language, Bahasa Indonesia, bear the imprint of Dutch influence. However, the legacy of colonialism is also intertwined with exploitation, oppression, and the systematic dismantling of traditional Indonesian societies. The struggle for Indonesian independence, finally achieved in 1945, was a direct consequence of the long struggle against Dutch rule. Even today, Indonesia grapples with the social, economic, and political ramifications of its colonial past. Understanding this complex history is crucial for comprehending the challenges and triumphs of modern-day Indonesia.